Anyway, you're saying.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say like even something like the Elder Scrolls would have like a Dark Brotherhood like subplot, or it'll have like are you Imperial or are you Stormcloak type of subplot, or just fuck it, why not just be a pirate for a while type of shit. And that's the sort of stuff that actually packs that bulks a game out better than anything else. Um, but the problem, I suppose, the other problem is that like you have to keep going to that well all the time, So I suppose like it has to really be like genuine. You can't just give people objectives and just like jump back and forth to the map. It's gonna get a bit samey after that.
Hmm.
But
Whereas Unfurled Fiction is anything but samey.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, there's the main. You hop between sci-fi stories and fantasy stories as like main ones, but
Mm,
each of those is going to have 4 or 5 side stories written by the other character.
yeah, that's
So once
great.
in the middle of being cyber ninjas going through cyberpunk land, you're going to have chances
Excuse
to
me.
just
Eh?
pop in
What
to
is
a
it, youngin?
fancy story written by the author
Do you
when
happen
she
to know
was
where
a
the Mad
child,
Angels hang out?
Mm,
Why are you
where you're
looking for
both playing
them?
magical paint.
I hear you've been getting yourself in
that's
all
good.
sorts
Like
of
that's
trouble.
like that
I
that's
really
very
need to know where they
that sounds
are.
very much
If
the way
you
like
know,
Portal did it.
please tell me.
Where Portal, if you wanted,
Alright,
you could have just
already.
had your
Come
standard
back
affair
here at
Portal game,
night.
but like
Here?
almost a
Yeah,
lot of the
let's
world building
gather
is almost
around
reserved
here
for the
at
co-op
night.
campaign,
At
where
night.
like
I
it's like,
understand
oh,
now.
here's all the other stuff that
Thank
was
you.
happening in the meantime
Don't
of the main
go
plot.
doing
I was like,
nothing
that's really good.
reckless, you
Like
hear?
it's nice. It's nice to have stuff like this.
Hmm. Also, to how they kind of are very easy establishing the bad guys as the bad guys.
Yes.
And just like the guy who's convinced that if I have all of the power and centralize all wealth into myself, that's definitely a good thing for society.
Yes,
Yes,
I
Tech
agree.
Bro, that is definitely something you are choosing to believe.
A convenient truth, shall we say? But yes, now we've done our plot for today, Paul. That's us. There's nothing to do here in the docks until tomorrow, where we'll just do it all again. So
So this is at night where the bad angels are going to show up, and you're just not doing that.
yeah, I mean, I did have a lap around the docks and nothing happened. I think like again, I'm starting to figure out how this game does its kind of like plot points, and basically kind of reserves like almost like a plot point per day, just to not say stretch things out is the wrong word to use, but to make sure they don't kind of overlap each other. So when we finished work for the day, for instance, like obviously we had our little scrap with the people in charge or the people around, and I had our like battle against 9 people, and we got our promotion then after that. And I think it's mapping to the promotion side of it. So now that we're on 400 yen a day, we're now like onto okay. Here's the next plot point. Here's the next chapter in the story. So now we know about
One
Mark.
game, 100
Mark's
yen.
like only working in the docks to see where his little brother's gone. So that's something new. But that was
I
the
should
the
try it
post
once.
work cutscene, if you like, post work scene. So tomorrow we'll go again, do the same thing, probably get in the scrap again, and then we'll see what happens after we close up then. And eventually after what, like 3 or 4 like goes around after we've done our job and got enough money for Hong Kong, then it's pretty much the end of the game really, unless there's other stuff in between. So, in case you're wondering, because I can imagine you're very confused here, this is a legit Sega game. It's called Hang On. So they've thrown in a couple of actual Sega arcade games to wind down the clock for us.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose that's a big thing. Whereas old games, not a very fun games that are kind of tiny in terms of data space.
yeah. Like this is literally only be like a couple of megabytes each way. Like you wouldn't like even on the Dreamcast, you wouldn't tell the difference. You wouldn't know the difference. And I also think it's a phenomenal touch to be able to have gone into the actual Hang On game, the actual like the raw data to put in signs of Shenmue and Dobuita, which I think is a phenomenal little touch. Now I have been playing Hang On like kind of like every now and then, almost like one per session in terms of the playthrough, and it is my life's mission to be able to clear Hang On before I finish the game.
I mean, yeah, we all have these little objectives for ourselves.
Well, look, you need to spice things up for yourself, you know. Like I've noticed that like I've also cleared off like one or two other mini game like little competitions in the meantime. Like I think I did like do the all time the top score on darts, and I think on the boxing mini game, where there's like a boxing game around the corner as well. So we cleared them, and I think I got capsules for two of them. So I choose to believe that like if I do complete Hang On, I will get like a little motorbike capsule for my prize.
Oh, cool.
I presume so. I could be talking about my hole here, to be honest.
Yeah, nice thought.
Like we've seen that they're kind of
Yeah,
throwing the
like-
capsules at us over the game. Like it kind of makes sense that they do something like that.
And I did actually check when I was last visiting how it is. Yes, there was in fact Peter Rabbit fridge magnets in those just capsule machines that my brother searched for while he was in Japan for years.
It's so funny just seeing everything catered for. Like whatever your flavor is, we have it. As per the traditions of an arcade game, the difficulty spikes ridiculously at these points, so you can eat up your coins. That is ridiculous. I'm so fucking close. I was so close to a checkpoint. It's okay. I won't lose any sleep over it, I promise.
Sure.
I may have already lost sleep to this.
Innocent's bound to be worried. I'll go on home.
And yes, that's
Wait,
that's
who's
what's
the
done.
Oh.
So yeah, in case you're wondering, all the other games in that arcade, another Sega arcade game, Space Harrier, is also there as well. So you can play that as well. Then there's there's basically a game there where you can practice your quick time events. So you can get you acquainted with that level of gameplay, and then there's just a straight up like boxing game as well. So you've got two different kind of ways to get used to the combat in the game, or just the gameplay generally, because like you've always got the quick time events to deal with, and then you have actual legitimate combat. So the game is actually giving you some two natural ways to practice in the off peak when you're waiting for stuff to happen.
Yeah.
Which I think is actually, again, it's a kind of weird mentality where like they've like arbitrarily agreed that like you're living in this world as well as playing the game, so they have to give you stuff to do in the meantime. You know, kind of way it's the same kind of strays that kind of the modern Grand Theft Autos have caught for doing the stuff like that, rather than just like skipping, like just sticking to the actual fun bits of the game. Whereas like something like Shenmue and to a certain extent Deadly Premonition has kind of got away with it for like, you know, just having like genuinely like nice little moments in between.
Yeah, so I'll just like stick to the parts that are relevant. But
Yeah.
there's a few of those weird games like was Deadly Premonitions where we're just driving around a town for a while.
Yes. Like there was like we had to do like there was like races to do. There was collectibles. There was like you could like buy you can get cars and other weird shit. You know, like we bought a fucking muscle car in that game, Paul, so we could drive around town quicker.
I've got 2 hours to complete a 10-minute journey. I'll need a muscle car for this.
Yeah, pretty fucking much like. But again, it's like it's one of those like kind of weird little touches that like you can only get with like Japanese auteurships, game auteurs. They were like, no, this is what we need to make. This is the decision.
He was the only person staying in that massive fucking mansion hotel. And then a lady prepared a morning fucking buffet for huge numbers of people, and he was the only one eating any of it.
I forgot about the fucking breakfasts. It was so fucking needless. Like it was just
Like that's why
So
there's the fucking animes where or shows where some some parent is prepared an enormous fucking banquet and someone just takes one plate of toast and they leaves for work.
yeah.
Like always, 3 laps to the finish. Everybody ready? Yeah! On your mark. Almost time to go.
So there we. So one more forklift race to see us off, Paul. Trying to see if there's if I get a tactical advantage of having my forks up or not, but unfortunately it doesn't seem that way.
Oh dear. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that actually is gonna set you back. Oh, that
Yeah.
does that one.
Yeah, I don't think we're in this one, I'll be honest. A poor start, shall we say.
Yeah, some part like yeah, you use this to establish you can drive faster, but
Hmm.
hey, if that doesn't work out, you have the entire day of forklifting to get better at it.
Yeah. But again, I just love the idea that they know that the actually doing a day job in the game is going to be a bit boring, so they've thrown in this bit to spice it up. It's like I love that they've actually decided that the plot is the way it is, so let's make it more palatable for everyone. This is what a weird fucking thing,
Yeah.
you know. It's
Okay,
weird,
got
but
it.
it also I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I kind of
okay,
admire
cool.
it as well. It's like it's such a stubbornness to do it this way and nothing else, you know?
Because I can't honk to make them disappear right now.
Yeah. No, unfortunately not. The honking doesn't work during the race. Because we are, in fairness, we are racing it. Like, it's not in number two's interest to get out of our way, you know? He wants that forklift capsule like we do, so, you know.
Alright.
Right. We're on the
Okay, got
final
one
lap.
lap to catch up. Can you do it?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
had a rough
unfortunately, we don't
start.
have turbo boost in our forklift, or else this would be easy.
I'm very invested in this now.
I love this. Like, yes, the clock can wait. We need to win this fucking race.
So you're on track to go from fourth to third to second. You're on track for
Yes,
second. But can you make first?
we're gonna see now.
Got an awful lead on you.
Again, I think the first lap being so bad has pretty much fucked me in the end. But there's still hope. There's still hope.
Okay, you're shaving off some distance.
Yeah.
Ah, dang.
Just one more lap. Would have had it.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. But again, just that first lap fucked us. But there's hope for another time.
Oh man, so close. You almost had it. Here's your prize.
You earned yourself a silver forklift.
It's time for work. Let's get cracking.
Like, I'd almost imagine, like, you get to select which forklift you want.
Ready. Take this cargo to warehouse number 18. Here's the route map. Today's
I don't think we have a.
map.
I
No
don't
problem.
think we have that option,
Okay,
unfortunately.
get to
But
it
in any case, that's
No,
where
it
we're
was
going to
like,
leave it now for today. Is back Rio back doing his day job, and like Lord knows what happens after that. So, so yeah, that's us for now. And Paul, thank you for jumping on for this chapter of Forklift Simulator 2025.
Like, it almost
But
feels like the price almost like, imagine if those were just the decorations attached to the keys to each individual forklift.
yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, like the keychain. Your
Yes.
prize is that you get to have the number 2 forklift.
And he is like slightly faster than the other forklifts, and it can carry more cargo. That's when you know it's a video game.
Like, I'd have to imagine the forklift number 1, it's not faster, it's not better, but it has a comfier seat. Which
Oh,
in
yeah.
this race, like that, like you'll be in that seat for fucking hours. That matters.
Yeah, in fairness, like if your ass goes numb during your day's work, like that has to follow your that just has to affect your ability to move, you know. So in any case, so yes, this is the next rundown of the Sandbox Jukebox done, and Paul, seeing that it's been a while since you've been on this series, and you may not be aware that there is a little bit of a prize for getting to jump onto this series, and that
Huh?
is to throw in a potential suggestion for a open world game to throw onto our wheel of choices. So, in case you probably do know this, Paul, but we do these are randomly selected from our wheel of Sandbox games, and anyone who jumps on as co-host gets the opportunity to add on a choice for themselves. So I will remind you all of the current selections on the wheel so far. So far we have a very eclectic mix, very much open interpretations, shall we say, of open world games. But you can still go for a standard one if you want to. At the moment, we have Omicron: The Nomad Soul, which is famously the game that stars David Bowie. Then we have the SNES game, or sorry, I should say the Sega Mega Drive game, Super Highlight. Sticking with the Mega Drive, we also have Shadowrun, also from the same console. We have PS2 game Airblade alongside it for a short and sweet adventure. And then our two recent additions were Armor Core, which is technically open world, and then we have the PS2 classic Total Overdose as our current games. So, Paul, seeing that you made it to the end, you are more than entitled to add your own open world game choice to the wheel, and we could possibly play it on the channel.
Okay, so the requirements for open world is that presumably you can, from the starting area, functionally just run to the like end game area and get fucked up. Presumably, like open world in
Mm-hmm.
that you can just pick a direction and fuck off that way.
Essentially.
Huh. Okay. My thought is to take this and take the piss out of it and say like Rebel Galaxy, which is a
Okay.
game I'm quite fond of, but I'm not sure how streamable it is. It's a game that
Well,
I've played multiple times, where you start
mm,
off with a piece of shit spaceship, and basically just do jobs, trade batshit commodities. Coca-Cola is a lot fucking cheaper than just pure water because of
mm,
what the fuck is in it. Um, and fuck around to the galaxy and hopefully end the game with a spaceship that it's a spaceship game that's 2D, and
yeah.
with a spaceship that's bigger than most space stations and can broadside uh, way too
Mm,
much.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can tell you. I would accept Rebel Galaxy based off our again, if we're widening the scope for some of the other games on the wheel, I think Rebel Galaxy would absolutely tick that box for sure.
Because I know one way to accelerate it, because it can get a little grindy, is to gather up as much pure water as you possibly can.
Hmm.
Check the map for what is a fucking heavy industry volcano planet in a high
Yeah.
level area, and you fucking save scum, blitz your way to that, and then sell that water for 150 times markup,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
buy some ridiculous fucking high end ship with it. But yeah, so the game where you get sort of that, like there's a plot to it.
Hmm.
But you start off with a dinky little ship and some vague objectives. Fuck around, sell shit, shoot pirates. Although the other play is to make friends with the pirates,
Hmm.
because there's the Galactic Militia. They'll have maybe one station in each solar system. The
Okay.
pirates have maybe 2 to 6, five space stations per solar system. And if you make
Yeah.
friends with the pirates, you can trade all of them.
Okay. All right then. So, that all sounds actually tremendous to me. Do you want to go with Rebel Galaxy for your pick then?
It's not the most. I'm not sure. It'd give us a hell of a lot of time to talk shit over it while playing. Um,
Yes, that's true.
Maybe it's a bit of a podcasty game. We have it on one screen and just watch something else on the other. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe for the first system.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say I played it to completion,
Yeah.
but something to fuck around through the first system or first bit.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll go with that then. So Rebel
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy is going to be Paul's pick on the wheel. So we shall see then if that does indeed come up on the wheel. If it does, we'll certainly have Paul back to add his knowledge and wisdom to the cause, and we shall see if that comes up then.
Wonderful.
Yeah. All right then. So in that case, then we will see you for the next round of Shenmue. We shall find another co-host to tease in and entice with the possibilities of forklifts, kung fu, and possibly someone dying in at some point. Like death must be around the corner. Like it's been lampshaded ever since. But like
Like he's been
it's
very
high time
etiquette
someone gets their
about
head bit
like
off.
like when someone goes down, no further punch or kicking. Whereas the bad guys have been pretty fond of the kick him out of down trope.
Yeah, I mean, there wouldn't be villains otherwise. In fairness,
Hmm.
you know. But yeah. All right. In that case, then we'll see you for the next one. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you on the next round of the Sandbox Jukebox.
All right. Good night.
Good night.